agencies, and this should include the Department of Defense, the Armed Forces of the Philippines, and the Philippine Military Academy, to reduce their respective maintenance, overhead, and operating expense budgets by 1.5%. Government-wide, this will translate into a savings of 7 billion pesos. I also take this opportunity to remind all government agencies and entities, including the DND, the AFP, and the PMA, that as early as last year, when the price of fuel started to go up, I had issued a directive to start electricity and fuel-saving measures using many already widely accepted practices, as well as creative and innovative ways that can be employed to substantially lower fuel and electricity consumption. And the government, including the DND, the AFP, and the PMA, must pour all savings and revenue into programs that help the poor and the middle class. Thus, with regard to savings from MOOE, in my executive order regarding that, I said that savings must be allocated to emergency employment for the next 6 months. Secretary Gilbert Teodoro has been designated as Emergency Employment Champion for Region 12, Central Mindanao, with priority to the towns in that region that belong to the 100 poorest towns in the country. Helping the poor and the middle class includes also more and more investments in education, healthcare, and infrastructure. There will be many among you who will be called upon to help in these investments, building classrooms or serving as soldier teachers, conducting medical missions, building bridges and roads, especially in conflict areas. You will be called upon to win communities away from the insurgents and provide the means to live peaceful, productive lives for those communities through the Kalayaan Barangays. And whether in conflict areas or in the communities in which you are located, we must all support programs for providing meals for our children in school and job and training opportunities for our young graduates. On jobs and graduates, PMAers are among the fortunate few who have jobs waiting right after graduation. Your colleagues in other colleges are now anxious about finding jobs in April or May. Thus, we have escalated our jobs matching program to make information about job vacancies available to more people, simultaneously with accelerated skills training program. I mentioned meals for children in school. So from your savings, from the savings of the military camps, I asked them, including PMA, to spend part of the savings for providing breakfast for the daycare, preschool, or grade 1 children in the school within or nearest the camp. We must tackle many challenges at once to keep our economy and way of life going strong. On the part of government, we must live within our means and run a lean, efficient government, including the DND, the AFP, the PMA, and the units that you, our young graduates, will soon be commanding. Running a lean and efficient unit includes continued fiscal prudence, while the national government undertakes efforts to work towards a balanced budget. But all the while, we must also simultaneously invest in key programs for our people. For the DND and the AFP, the most key of these programs of my 10-point agenda is to arrive at a just completion of our peace process. Peace conduces development, and development conduces peace. Armed conflicts slow down growth. Conversely, a long period of extreme economic difficulty is a powder keg that threatens the community's security. We must move fast to stop the conflicts, and I will need your greatest military skills there. But we must also move fast to promote growth. Therefore, you play a vital role in winning battles and winning the peace. At the first PMA graduation rites I presided over as president, I said that the peace process is a function of defense, especially as it proactively seeks to transform conflict into dialogue and consensus, and thereby strengthens the ramparts of our internal security. Indeed, peace is always our preferred choice, but we also need your military skills to make sure that it will be the preferred choice of all parties in the conflict. For armed groups, we've adopted the UN-approved framework of disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration. Our new paradigm for peace is community-based and recognizes the needs of various stakeholders of the peace process. The men with guns do not speak for the people. That is why we are conducting authentic dialogues with communities. They have a bigger stake in peace and deserve a stronger voice. The peace we seek is anchored on peace talks for all and projects for peace, many of which it will be the AFP that will implement. So, young PMA graduates, as new officers, you are expected to be a unifying force to bring together your fellow soldiers and the civilian communities where you will serve in endeavors that will win battles, but also further peace and development. Be proud that you are among the few who have been molded especially to make a difference in our people's lives as you rule your own life with courage, loyalty, and integrity. Congratulations and make good. I now pardon the outstanding punishment of the Cadet Corps of the PMA as may be prescribed by the Superintendent. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.